Hey friends, this is Dolany TV. Glad to have you aboard this evening. Of course, for the Edmonton Oilers, a 3-2 defeat at the hands of the Vancouver Canucks. A wicked, I guess you could say, road trip for the Edmonton Oilers comes to a conclusion with a loss in Vancouver, which ended in absolute chaos. Not too often do you see an Edmonton Oilers game at this point in history get that far out of control. But towards the end, with Garland and McDavid tangling up and everything else that happened, my goodness, did it ever. We'll match what happened here in a matter of moments with some good intensity here on the post game, hopefully, because this was a ridiculous ending to Hockey Day in Canada. And hey, you know what? I was just watching some youth hockey as well here tonight down there in Crossfield, tuning into the RMA Renegades there that you would have caught on the channel earlier back in November. Missed the first period. You didn't miss much if you're me. But what you need to know out of tonight's game is simply right here. This is all that matters in a 3-2 loss for the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid is headed to an automatic hearing. So too is Tyler Myers. Both actions, we've already mentioned McDavid Garland. Myers caught Bouchard with the exact same chop of the chops with the cross check that McDavid caught Garland in the neck area with. You see it in the thumbnail. I'll bring it up right here. Connor McDavid losing it following what was a ridiculous sequence with Mr. Connor Garland kind of just mauling him while the Oilers were trying to tie the hockey game in the late dying seconds against the Vancouver Canucks, this on the 2025 Hockey Day in Canada. So, like I said, an interesting, crazy, absolutely insane conclusion to it, where Connor McDavid and a player from the Vancouver Canucks and Tyler Myers both have automatic hearings with the NHL following their decisions to absolutely stir it up pretty much post game. We had 2 point something on the clock and it got chaotic. But again, friends, also if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's been a week of clicking about Connor McDavid, let me tell you, but today he loses his cool. And my goodness, this is going to be very interesting to see how this goes. That is probably the most over the line I think we have ever seen Connor McDavid in his career. Just watching that live, I was like, whoa, what just happened? And quite honestly, then Tyler Myers almost got away with it, but the referees noticed it. The camera crew, the broadcast crew, nobody really noticed it. But boy, oh boy, did the referees, and they nailed Tyler Myers for the exact same play on Evan Bouchard. So, like I'm saying, it'll be very, very interesting to see what happens over the next several days as Connor McDavid and Tyler Myers both, like I said, have automatic hearings with the Department of Player Safety. And for Connor McDavid, this one could be serious. Again, I don't know how many of you remember, Connor McDavid's been suspended a couple of times over the course of his career. And unfortunately, what that means is usually when you're a repeat offender, the penalty gets a little stiffer. And for a guy like Connor McDavid, the fact that we're talking about him as a repeat offender in terms of suspensions seems absolutely ludicrous, but it's true. And end of the day is this one might be a little hefty considering that it happened on the other side of the ice as well for Vancouver, and they're going to set a tone probably matching suspensions for this one. That would be the going theory anyway, and at least figure. I haven't had a chance to read the chatter online yet, but both players kind of, Tyler Myers and Connor McDavid, crossing the line there at the end of the game. And hey, rightfully so. I'm all good with it. You know what? It was a hard, intense battle for most of the game between the Canucks and the Oilers. And end of the day is it comes down to the heated dying moments of a hockey game where Connor McDavid says enough. And I don't know what Evan Bouchard said to Tyler Myers to get that cross check in the chops, but it must have been a doozy. And that's exactly what you want to see. Again, on a day where we're advertising Canadian hockey, you got to get back to the roots sometimes. And, they're talking about the Junior A ranks there, the Canmore Eagles. This Hockey Day in Canada was in Canmore tonight. Let me tell you, you've definitely seen that stuff in your Junior A barn if you've got a Junior A team in your city here in Alberta. So, you know what? Definitely a good little heated boil-over moment in the game where the Oilers, they were desperately trying to tie it, and Connor Garland was doing everything and anything possible to not allow that to happen. and ultimately it ends up boiling over where two guys get match penalties, and we've got some hearings, automatic hearings, here in the next little bit. Love it. Absolutely love it. It sucks that Connor's a repeat offender at this point, but I love it. You know what? This is exactly what these playoffs, the way they're designed, not the 1-8 format, but the divisional format that we now operate in for the past several years, this is what it was designed to do. And unfortunately, with the hitting going down in hockey and, the fighting going down in hockey, that really hasn't been the case. But all of a sudden, the Canucks and the Oilers ramp it on up on a Saturday night in January as the battle for the division, the battle for playoff spots just continues to get better and better and better by the day. And all of a sudden, I'm sorry, I will show you this image. Sorry, that's the automatic hearings. I will show you this image again. When do you ever see in the course of a season against anyone Connor McDavid with a two-hander to somebody's neck? I'm not advocating that this is a good play. I'm advocating that I like it. Doesn't mean it's good. That's what I'll tell you. It doesn't have to be a good play for me to like it. Connor McDavid, when he gets fiery, when he gets angry, the Oilers, I put it in the nasty chat over there on EST, when Connor McDavid is a physical, threatening menace on the ice, the Oilers simply just win hockey games. It goes back to the series against San Jose in 2017. When Connor McDavid gets going out there, the boys get going quick. And I'm going to be interested no matter how long Connor's out. I almost can guarantee you, as long as the Oilers get the message loud and clear from their captain here that they did at the end of this game tonight, and they should, it'll be a complete sweep victory for the Edmonton Oilers over the course of the suspension for Connor McDavid upcoming. So looking forward to seeing how it all pans out here, because you know what, a Connor McDavid suspension ain't the worst thing possible for this Oilers group, which needs to move some guys back into the lineup, right? Jeff Skinner, Kasperi Kapanen, guys that have been over the lineup here recently, and obviously as well Derek Ryan. So would not be a bad situation if the Oilers so choose to work in some new blood with Connor McDavid out after their captain did exactly that against the arch rival at this current moment, the Vancouver Canucks. You can talk all you want about, the LA Kings thing. Who cares? We're going to stomp them every time, it seems. 3-0. That tested a fourth time. I guarantee you we're going to probably come up with good results again. LA is just not built to withstand the Edmonton Oilers in a 7-game series. And Vancouver, though, let me tell you, they are built to withstand the Edmonton Oilers. And they came within a few moments of doing that in Game 7. So, again, for the Oilers, this is the team that you want to beat every single year currently, the Vancouver Canucks. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here with these suspensions just ratcheting up what should be some good intensity if the Canucks can figure it out here late in the season and sneak into the playoffs, because they've been bubble team all the way through here so far. We'll see if they can kind of figure it out as we go along. But friends, I look forward to talking about this the rest of the weekend as much as you do. Enjoy your Saturday night. Go out, be a degenerate, whatever you want to do. Just be safe, get home, and don't drive drunk. But yeah, let's enjoy what's going to be chaos in the Oilers media market over the next few weeks. Again, tonight, clickbait and Connor McDavid. But unfortunately, this one, no matter how you word it, ain't clickbait whatsoever. It's a beauty of a story to close out Hockey Day in Canada. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a good play, but I love, love, love it.